Welcome back into the Aladdin's cave of camping stuff. What we're going to do today is we're going to start packing for a couple of days down on Dartmoor with Lizzie. My house sitter was busy beginning of the month, despite originally being free, but that's actually worked out okay. We've got Scotland at the end of the month, and basically I wanted to get Bella down to Dartmoor, you know, as quickly as possible anyway, so it has kind of worked out. Now I have checked the weather, because obviously I know with Lassie she's fine in the cold. Bella at the moment obviously is a little bit of an unknown, so I was really wanting to avoid the freeze, because obviously she is still, you know, she'll be 4 months soon. She's about 16 or 17 weeks, something like that. But you know, obviously I wanted to avoid the freeze, so it looks like it's going to be around about 4, 5, 6 degrees down on Dartmoor, so that should be okay. Obviously, because I don't know how warm or cold she'll be, if this is good enough for Lizzie, you know, a tiny Yorkshire Terrier, then this will be more than good enough for Bella, who's now probably 4 times the size of Lizzie. You know, clearly she's younger and smaller, but I don't think that she's going to feel the cold anything like as much as Lizzie, even, you know, as a puppy. So really I'm just going to start putting a few bits in and just try to clear some space. Now, a few things to note, because obviously she's teething and everything, I'm not risking my very best you know, expensive sleep mat. So what I've got here, I've had this for donkeys and I almost never use it because it's quite heavy. It's about 900 grams, so almost twice as heavy, or 50% heavier than some of those. But this is a Sin Mat, self-inflating one, where you pump on it and the pump is built into it. And I have to admit, they are very comfortable, but obviously, you know, that comfort comes at the cost of weight. But you know, we're not going to go, yeah, squish down. We're not going to go very far. We're going to take food for Lassie, plenty of food for Lassie. In fact, that was later Bella's. We're going to take plenty of food for Bella and Lassie. One thing I will need to consider, and that is chews. So I will, you know, I will have to think on that one. What we're going to do is, because obviously Bella is teething, I'm going to take the venerable, completely and utterly stuck up Duomid with duct tape and everything else. So basically, you know, if she does chew something, then, you know, she's chewing an old shelter. I don't think the front pocket on this is as big as the MLD one. I'm not entirely sure. Difficult to say. It's a decent size. Certainly get that one shelter in. I need to find a few various things. So we're going to put poles in. So this is the Rutilacura pole. I'll take this because I'm thinking if Bella bangs into it, that's going to be stronger. I will admit on this trip, I'm not going to take the map and compass. Although I might put it in. I mean, it certainly isn't needed on this. Titanium or carbon fibre isn't magnetic. It certainly isn't needed, but I'll put it in because we're not going to go very far, but I will put it in. It's out of the way. Fuel, I'm going to put that in there. Most likely I will take my methylated spirit stove again. I've got all my food in here, so I'm planning 3 nights. To be fair, you know, we'll play that one by ear. You know, I don't know how long. This bag is starting to fill up already. To be fair, you know, I don't know how long, you know, we will stay out. Probably will do 3 nights, but you know, we will see. So that's my tea in. I'm going to take these packet meals because I've got them, and so I think they're worth chucking in. I've got to figure out a ground sheet. So that's 1 power pack. I will take something else because we got quite close last time. I might put a bivvy in of some sort, but I'm not quite sure. Yeah, the sleeping bag that I put in was my PhD quilt. It's kind of like that quilt is really a jack of all trades. It's not the lightest. It's about 1 kilogram, so it's not the lightest. But as long as it's not freezing, and it won't be, it's a really good combination between, you know, a lot of comfort. And again, whilst I don't want anything to happen to it, if Bella was going to catch anything, I'd kind of rather that it was that than my very best sleeping bag. So that is one reason why sometimes I take the quilt, because I'm kind of preserving, you know, other things. So let's go through what we've got here. I'm not going to need my booties there. I obviously put them in. I will take, normally I don't, if it's like the weather that we'll be going into with Lassie, she won't use the bed, but obviously I don't know what Bella's going to need, so we'll take that ground sheet. I will take an extra foam mat, so I'm just going to put that there, plus 1 for me, and then there's also probably this bit here, so I probably will take extra bits of foam matting because I don't know, you know, what we're going to need for Bella. Like I said, Lassie, she'll just sleep outside in all winds and weathers, and she just doesn't really care. But you know, Bella, you know, we don't know. We're going to get there before dark, so my torch I'll put in here. I'm going to take this one here that Chris Townsend likes, so I'm going to try that. That is nighttime socks, so that's my merino nighttime socks, so we'll put those in. That's a rubbish bag. That's a rubbish bag, so we'll put that in. I've kind of put things out to remind me, and then obviously everything in here, in this bin here, boxing, is things that I'm likely to need for 3 days, you know, for a trip. Toilet paper. Okay, I'm going to leave this towel out because I think I'm going to have to try and find another towel. In fact, I can see one in there. I will take an extra. Lassie I don't worry about, you know, she's fine, but Bella, again, unknown quantity, so I will just leave that there because I do want to. I will put an extra towel in because if she gets wet, you know, I'm more likely to want to dry Bella. I just let Lassie get on with it. You know, I'm not one of these that fusses over their dogs, you know. Obviously, if you've got a fussy dog, that's different, but, you know, I don't personally consider border collies particularly fussy dogs. You know, they're outdoor rough and tumble dogs, so, you know, I don't go to extra lengths, you know, with, she just gets on with it. Okay, there's another torch there, so I will leave one torch out. That's my bag liner, so I might actually put the bag liner in. I'll put that supermarket pillow in. That's a merino hat for night time. That's the quilt liner. Did I put something else in that I said was the quilt liner? Couldn't have done. That's the quilt liner. I will put that in. I don't think I'll need it, but you know, it's only grams. That's a piece of cord that can go in. That's the weather station. We'll want that. That's my hat and hat for walking. The mount for, check that in there. The mount for the phone. Some more cord. I won't take that because I got Evercord in that bag there, which we can discuss later. That's handy for putting my phone up high, which I've mentioned on that bungee. That's the clips for the thing. I don't know whether I'll have to think about some of this other stuff and what I'm doing. I probably won't put that in. Yeah, I probably won't bother putting that plastic in because I like that if I, for my knees, you know, getting in and out, but I've got the the duo mid, so shouldn't need it. First aid and repair kit stuff. Pegs. I need to go through the pegs and make sure I've got pegs. Oh, was it leggings I put in? It was probably the leggings that I put in. I don't know, I put something in because I've got socks. It doesn't matter, I'm not going to worry about it, but I got socks. I might just grab some other leggings in case it wasn't. I got socks, leggings, but I got the liner anyway, which is the same as leggings. I got a t-shirt. Obviously, I'm going to need a jacket. I think what I'm going to do on this one is, I think my jacket, I'm going to take my old Paramo jacket, and then that's going to be a waterproof jacket and an, you know, a warm jacket. But I will put a warm jacket in as well. Again, I'm just thinking I don't want Bella ruining my really nice stuff. My Arc'teryx jacket, it's a really nice, it's the Atom. It's a really nice jacket, so I don't want it getting ruined. But to be fair, it's not one that I use very often, so we can put that there. What I don't understand is where the bag cup. I'll have to go through this stuff a bit more. Lighter, weights. I shouldn't need sealant. I'll put a bung in. I will put a bung in. I shouldn't need a thing for the neck. That's for feet. I shouldn't need that. That's another big power bank. I shouldn't need another big power bank. I've put one small one in. That's a spoon. Okay, so over that one pillow will be enough. We've put fuel in there. This is the stove. And then we'll take this one because it's very light. Lighter. Alright, we'll have to maybe get some fuel into there. But I do, it's not for the radiator's not working in here. I do notice that these lighters, they don't work when it's cold. You've got to warm them up. Once they're warm, you've got them warm against your skin, then they're fine. I'll check on that one. Oh, I will just put that water bowl in while I think of it. So we've got the food, we've got the water bowl, we've got a waterproof bed, we've got a foam bed, and then I've got a quilt to go around Bella, and then I'll find a towel. I think one like that will be enough. It's not really supposed to rain anyway. That's the other thing I've checked with the forecasters, that it won't be freezing cold, and that it won't be, you know, it's not going to rain, hopefully. So, you know, hopefully we don't need you know, much in the way of towels or anything. So that's that. Okay, so weights, just fun. Hats for walking in, trousers for walking in, underwear and top for walking in, jacket for walking in. One thing I haven't done is a ground sheet yet, so I do need to try and find a ground sheet. So that's something else. I don't need the 360. I don't need the measure. I won't take the thing there. That I'll just put that in there for now, because I'm not going to bother putting the well, actually, no, I might. Attach it actually. So yeah, so what we've got here, so this is the Garmin temp for checking temperatures, and then that's the InReach. So I'm going to want it this side over here. I'm not going to put in the kilt this time. I don't think I need it this trip. I'm not going to put in my waterproof mitts because I just don't think I need them this trip. We've already put socks in. as in nighttime socks, so they can just go over there. I think one pair of gloves like that, and Polartec gloves, I think for this trip will be plenty, because it's going to be about 4 or 5 degrees, so I definitely will need gloves, but that will be plenty. I don't need that. We put a rubbish bag in. I don't need the microphone. I don't need the other 2 bags for the handles on that. I will put a bung in. Right, so 1 bung. Weather station. We'll put that in. That cord I don't want. Those I maybe think about for next trip. Antiseptic wipes, we'll put those in. Alright, so I don't think there's anything that I'm going to need in there for this trip. Before I go up to Scotland, I will go through that bin. Stove I will need, and I need to figure this lighter out. That's my wires for charging. We've got 1 power bank in at the moment, so I'm definitely going to need another power bank. And to make sure I don't forget to at least put something else in, I'm going to put a power bank here, so it's kind of like under my nose, and then that's the bag to put the cooker in. That's my towel, so that can go in there. We've put one in for Bella. Now I've got like a million rubbish bags. I might put duct tape in. I'll have to think on that one. I'm just going to put that there under my nose. That's that light that I used last time. So I'm going to put that there. 2 spoons can go there. Head torch. I had another lighter head torch than that, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, head torch. So it won't take the bivvy cover on this one. I don't think I need it this trip. Ground sheet. That's the biggest thing that I need to find now is a ground sheet. This is the ground sheet for the Trail Star. So that is literally probably the next big thing to do. Other than that, it's just these few bits here to go in, and I might, as an emergency, if I can fit it in, take my very old Cuban Trail Star, just in case the duomid fails. But we'll kind of see, because that duomid is literally just held together with duct tape at the moment. It's not going to be too windy, so it should be okay. But like I said, I don't really want to have to come back, and you know, unless I have to with Bella or other circumstances. So we'll cross that bridge. But you know, I'm half tempted just to pop that in. And you know, it's not too heavy, and that's with dog food. And that's pretty much it. I'll have a think whether there's anything else to go in, but basically we've now got, so we've got trousers. I haven't put socks out yet. We've got trousers, underwear, a shirt, a jacket, their hat and gloves. So pretty much everything that we need to wear. For in camp, I think on this one, I think I'll take my old La Sportiva shoe boots. For the obvious reason, I don't want Bella chewing the new ones, you know, so I'm kind of thinking, you know, let's make sure that we're careful what we take as well. So I don't want her chewing the new ones, so we'll take the new boots. So then we've got boots, we've got, okay, we haven't got socks yet, but we'll find socks. We've got trousers, sorry. I'm jumping ahead. So no, so we've done the walking in stuff. So then we go through socks for in camp, leggings for in camp. I'm pretty sure I put in a t-shirt, a jacket for in camp, and a hat for in camp, and gloves. So we've got clothes for in camp. We've got the ground sheet we haven't found yet, so that's there to remind me to find a ground sheet of some description there. That I need to concentrate on, and I'll do that later. So I need the ground sheet. We've got the matting, we've got the quilt sleeping bag, we've got a pillow, we've got the stove. So the other thing we need to do is I need to find the gas to top that up. Although, like I said, I suspect it's because it's cold. So yeah, so we've got that. We've got food, although all the food is in the bag at the bottom, so I haven't got any food to walk in on. But we're like walking like half an hour, 45 minutes, so I'm not going to waste away in that short time. So we've got food, we've got fuel, we've got water bottles, we've got other bits and bobs like that. I think we've got pretty much everything. We've got torches. Like I said, we'll put the solar panel in, although it really is, it's such a small solar panel. I think this time of the year with so little light, I think it really is very limited in what it can do. But we've got that. Well, I'll take that just for the heck of it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. So we'll catch up again probably on the trail. You don't need to see me just putting these last few bits in. It's literally just a ground sheet, you know, a cooker, and a cup, and you know, that's it. We've got the dog food in, so I think that's pretty much, you know, finishes. And then obviously my pegs, I'll go through my pegs, make sure I've got enough, but it should be fine. I mean, we had the little star last time, and that should be about the same pegs, but I will go through my pegs. I do like to check pegs before I go. Anyway, thanks very much for watching this, and we will see you. Yeah, so that's working now. And that was simply just from putting it in my hand and just holding it in my hand for a few minutes. I'll put a little gas in it just to be safe, but that's clearly fine. Okay, there you go. We'll see you when we get back. Let's see what happens. Thanks very much, everybody.